reason why we take series is so that you can be built tentatively and constructively. An average believer have no idea of anything. Anything. If you ask him what is righteousness, he doesn't know. What is forgiveness, he doesn't know. What is Holy Spirit, he doesn't know. So when you want to impart knowledge, what you do is to have a curriculum. You have a curriculum, you have a scheme of work, to the intent that after a certain time, a believer is built to a point where he has an understanding of this body of knowledge that certifies him as an able minister. No wonder Timothy was counseled by his beloved father Paul. He told him that you have to study to show yourself approved, a workman who needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So there is a demand for Timothy to study. There is a price we have to pay in knowledge to be able to be established according to the present truth. And any believer that is not established in knowledge may grow, but he will grow like cancer. The reason why you don't have the readiness to answer anyone when he asks you a question is because you are not aware. And if you think that knowledge is expensive, ignorance will make you pay times 2 for what you are supposed to get by knowledge. And that is the reason why we take our time to do most of this series, to bring you to an understanding of a topic extensively. Before I announce what I'll be discussing today, help me appreciate the choir. They look nice. All right. And they did well. They did well. While we were talking, I just realized, I was telling Apostle, I said, the choir need new set of mic. By next week, I'm getting a new set of mic for them. Whether the devil like it or not. I have taught you about mindset. I have taught you about the Holy Spirit. I have taught you everything you need for life and godliness. Live a small life. You die small. You must believe God. I was telling them in Niger, I said, no one walk with God using his mind. You will fail. Your mind is too small to interface with God. No one that encounter breach through the corridors of your mind. Encounters go straight to your spirit. It will take time for your mind to process it. That's why you wake up from an encounter, most times you don't even know what you had. Sometimes you wake up from a dream, your spirit knew it, but your mind is still trying to process it. And most times you can't even write them now. And after a while you are somewhere like, as if I've been here before, as if I've dreamt this before. Your spirit comprehend it, but your mind is still trying to understand. So the Bible says by faith we understand, not by understanding we have faith. Working with God with your understanding, you are going to suffer. Forget about your low background. Forget about where you are coming from. Where you are going to is what matters. The beginning doesn't matter, it's the end that matters. Some people started wrong and end well, while others started well and end wrong. I choose to even start wrong and end well. Because the person that starts well and end wrong at the tail end is still wrong. By faith, we understand. Well, if I don't get it, don't hold me accountable. Hold me to my faith. But by faith, we understand. I think I told you we are going to be getting instrument, everything. I mean, are we in the same page now? Are we there now? I say in 1 month. It was not up to 1 month. When I announce the next project, many of you will faint. And it will be done. Your life is more expensive than anything you are doing on the earth. If there's a price for it, you won't be living now. Do you know how much God spent to keep us alive daily? Getting things from God is the cheapest way. But you must be willing to deprive yourself those benefits. If you have a life, it will be taken. When you don't have a life, you will continue to live. Today, as part of the required curriculum for our theme of the year for Mounting Up, is the need for us to understand leadership. One of the things that has limited the advancement of many people, limited the advancement of many churches, many ministries, many individuals, many organizations, even many pastors themselves, is poor leadership. And I trust God to bring you to a point to prepare you to be able to be an effective leader wherever you find yourself. Whether in your business, whether in your office, whether in your school, whether in that little ministry, that little fellowship, that little organization that God gives you, you must have an understanding of leadership. One of the reasons why relationship marriage also fail is poor leadership. Leadership is traceable to yourself first before others. If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead others. So the problem is not the organization, the problem is you. Are you getting my point now? One of the greatest challenges we are having as a people is leading ourselves first before leading others. And whether we like it or not, every house functions by the grace that each joint supply. And because of that, every joint has to be able to understand that it's very, very vital and important. One of our job and our goal is to be able to empower followers to become leaders and leaders to become agents of transformation. I was once upon a time a follower, and I grew up to become a leader. There is no goal of following if leadership is not the expected end. It's a waste of time. Run away from anybody that wants you to remain a follower forever, and the person is not interested in empowering you to become a leader. Everybody has a sphere of influence they are called onto. Everybody has an area of giftings, of talent that God has earmarked for them. The job description of everyone that stands to speak is to empower one, empower two, empower three, to activate that possibility dormant within them to come into that full functionality to function in their calling. You cannot fulfill your calling if you don't understand leadership. You can't fulfill your calling if nobody has empowered you in the area of leadership. Jesus Christ looked upon few men. He said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." They were fishers of fish, but the man said, "Follow me." Leadership is key to the fulfillment of your destiny. Leadership is key to the fulfillment of your purpose. Leadership is key to the advancement of the kingdom. But I bring you a sad news. Write this somewhere. It is easy, very easy to follow than to lead. It is easy to follow than to lead. It's cheap. Many of you have a very big problem following others. You want to lead. If you have a problem following, you can never lead, because following is the prerequisite for leadership. If you fail in following, you will fail in leadership. Everybody that fails in leadership never follow anyone. I say this with a sense of audacity, courage, and without any remorse. Check all the bad leaders we have. It's either they are mentored, or they follow another bad leader, or they have nobody that ever lead them at all. There was never a time that they followed genuinely. If you are following a leader that you know that is bad, just know that that's your future. You will never become greater than your leaders. It's not possible. So when a leader is limited, you will be limited. You can never, servant can never be better than his master. He can, the maximum he can do is just like his master. Except the leader will continue to grow, then you grow the more. So whether you like it or not, if the leader grow to this point, nobody in that church can pass this point. Everybody in that organization remain like this. When the leader increase, he gives a space for others to climb also. If a ministry, an organization, a church is not growing, check the head. You came in here not because your leg decided, it's because your head agreed with you. If you are in your house now, your leg may want to come here, but your head is superior. In fact, it went so worse That even if the neck shake until the head agree, it doesn't work. Are you coming? Are you coming? It's very important to understand the power of the lead. But what is upon the leader is so hard. And that is why we are starting this series to teach you how you can become an effective leader. And I don't want to hear those cliches that you were told leaders are born. I don't believe that.